Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, I wanted to make a video on the top 5 most hyped Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle units of all time. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, of course, this list is purely subjective, right? Everybody has their different favorites and different hypes. So I'm just thinking to myself, what were the top 5 units, in my opinion, over the many years and upcoming 7 years with Dokkan Battle on Global and 7.5 on JP. And yeah, this is a list that I was just really thinking about, and let's go ahead and dive in. So the first unit that's on here, and I guess it's 2 units, but I'll start with the first unit, is the physical Dokkan Festival exclusive Vegito Blue. So that is number 5 here, and like I mentioned, it's kind of 2 units because we had a dual Dokkan Festival exclusive celebration with not only Vegito Blue, and we also had Goku Black Rose as well. Here's the interesting thing about Goku Black Rose. Rose was actually the first Goku Black unit that we had actually got in Dokkan as well. We didn't get base form Dokkan Festival exclusive until later, so it's actually very interesting and funny that we ended up getting a Goku Black, and Rose was the first form that we ended up getting in the game. So these 2 units were incredibly hyped. Now, why were they incredibly hyped? Well, the reason why was that Dragon Ball Super Episode 66 introduced Vegito Blue. It was a short introduction, and it's kind of like a short fight as well, where he ended up fighting Murzumasu, and that ended up debuting November 13th, 2016. A few days later, November 17th, 2016, ended up dropping the Vegito Blue unit along with the Rose, and Dokkan players were just crazy hyped about it, right? So, and that makes sense due to the fact that it was kind of ongoing with the Dragon Ball Super episodes. That is really when you're following the anime and then a unit comes out with it. No wonder the hype was really palpable. So, absolutely number 5 here to me was physical Vegito Blue, and of course AGL Rose, primarily Vegito Blue here in the 5th spot. So coming in number 4 for me was actually these 2 units as well. So have a pattern going on here that will stop here, right? So I'm not, the rest of the units I'm going to talk about are singular units, but this is actually going to be the only anniversary units that I'm going to be talking about, being the Vegito and Gogeta, Goku and Vegeta. That's basically the OG fusions here for the 3rd year anniversary. The reason why there's always hype about anniversary, right? The 7-year anniversary is coming up on the global version of the game, and I think the anniversary itself provides the hype, not necessarily the units. And for me, it's like, okay, were the units, living up to the expectations? I think really this is the only celebration where it kind of surpassed it. I don't know for those who remember when these units actually dropped, and this was back in the day, but in the 3rd year anniversary. But these were the first Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs that were ever introduced, summonable LRs, that is. And these were also 170% leads. These were joint forces. These units were just incredible. And I remember when this anniversary came out, I was like, my wallet was ready. And I think this was probably, in my opinion, the hypest anniversary of all time. Maybe the Blue Fusions, came in pretty close as well. But, even with this upcoming 200% anniversary, I don't think it lived up to the same hype as was back in the day in the 3-year anniversary. Kind of the, up-and-coming heyday of Dokkan Battle. So that's, once again, my opinion here was in Vegito. Potara Leader, man, Potara Leader, the team itself was like my number 1 team for such a long time. The Fusions team was solid as well. But yeah, I think for my list here, the number 4 spot does go to the OG Fusions. and the 3rd year anniversary. Again, this being the only anniversary units that I am actually going to be placing on the top most hype list on my top 5. So coming in number 3, I don't think this is a surprise to a lot of people, but it might be, and it's Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, the reason why this was so hyped here was it was the introduction of categories. Well, it was actually the first Dokkan Festival exclusive category leader. And yes, Omega came out at the same time, but who cares about Omega, right? So it was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta all the way. And this was the first time that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta actually ended up being in the game. And how long did it take? Because remember, the game started back in 2015. It took until August 3rd of 2017 for a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta summonable Dokkan Festival exclusive Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to actually even be introduced in Dokkan. And yes, when this was previewed, when this was found out by the community, everyone was crazy about it. Now Global, on the other hand, we end up getting this unit on the same time, but to be announced on the awakening of this unit here, right? So this was something that was very interesting when they both came out at the same time, and there was a little controversy on the global version of the game, and we all remember that. So the hype was huge for this introduction of this unit, but I think Global had some difficulties swallowing the pill of because here's the thing: when this unit came out, Global was still at the 120% Neo Gods, right? So this would have kind of broken the game for the global players, and we had to wait a little bit before we ended up being able to Dokkan Awaken this unit. But anyway, coming in number 3, again, I think this was a crazy hype unit here in the first appearance of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in Dokkan Battle. All right, coming in number 2, it's interesting. I was like, man, I remember this clearly. The pre-hype to this unit wasn't huge, right? The pre-hype was like, wait a minute, yes, we're going to be getting a new rarity, right? This was a summonable rarity. The rarity actually came out, but the first time that we're able to summon for the rarity of LR. And yes, that's the OG, the original, the first LR, summonable LR, that was ever dropped in Dokkan Battle. But it was interesting how they did it. Again, the pre-hype to this, no one kind of knew. I was like, well, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, boom, this banner came out February 23rd, 2017. And someone was like, wait a minute, LR Gohan's on this banner. They were like, what? It's not featured. No, he's in the banner as a non-featured unit because this was the beginning of non-featured or non-Dokkan Festival exclusives LRs. And you had to get them in the batch of non-featured units. And that was a bunch. I don't even remember what the odds were, but it was crazy low. And I remember Dokkan YouTubers and just everyone summoning for this unit and going, and someone actually getting this unit because no one believed that this unit was even there when people finally summoned for this and spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for this crazy ridiculous chance. And we look back going, wow, what were we doing? The hype was actually after the fact, right? So this was a very interesting scenario where it was in a pre-hype. It was after the fact of this banner coming out, and then just people went crazy. It was a double rates banner as well. So, but yeah, the first summonable LR in Dokkan Battle, the hype was absolutely real, and I still remember me spending money on JP, which I didn't really do too much of, but when this unit came out, absolutely I did. So coming in number 2, the second spot is, in my opinion, the first summonable LR in Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So number 1 for me, and I think this is a no-brainer. I think when you're talking about most hyped in Dokkan, this unit is above and beyond the number 1 spots. Like there's not even one that comes close when it comes to hype, and it's UI Goku or UI Goku Omen or Saiyan, whatever you want to call him. Yeah. This unit, when it was introduced, remember the Dragon Ball Super was promoting this form, and not only that, this unit basically came out on the same exact day that the Dragon Ball Super episode where this unit was actually introduced. It was just bonkers. It was crazy. So episodes, the dual featured episodes of 109 and 110 came out, and remember the posters, remember just the hype of itself. So not only that Dokkan was hyping this, but the Dragon Ball community in general was. So this was bar none the most hyped unit of all time. And when Global got this, it was crazy early, and we also and just money was flying. This was probably one of the biggest money makers for Dokkan as well. And here's a crazier thing, right? Here's a crazier thing was this unit was introduced as a SSR only. There wasn't the awakening for this yet. It was delayed. This unit just literally came out at the same time when it was introduced in the anime, and yeah, no doubt about it. It just, for those who were playing this game back in 2017 in October, everybody was talking in the community about this form, and then when this unit came out, just everyone was summoning. I don't think anyone, if you did not summon on this banner when you're playing on, if you're JP main on this, or even Global, if you didn't summon for this unit, let me know in the comment section below, because I can't believe you that you weren't summoning for this unit here. But yes, coming in number one, I think without a doubt is in UI Goku, Saiyan, Omen, again, whatever we're gonna call him on here. I think again without a doubt. So kind of giving you a quick recap here. Coming in number 5 was Vegito Blue / Rose as well. And coming in number 3 was the 3-year fusions, the only anniversary I have on this list here. Coming in number 3 was Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Coming in number 2 was the first summonable LR in Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And then coming in number 1, without a doubt, the Int UI Goku. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. Just something fun I wanted to make. But if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Tell me what you guys think, and then what your list is. Is it even close? Is it totally different? Again, comment below with all that. And anyway, thank you for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.